Hey guys! Thank you all so much for all the recent support. For those who don't know me, I'm Plaz, a small content creator who makes videos for fun. Join my Discord and my regiment. In my regiment Roblox group, we are starting to post UGCs like this clean Levi hair and the Jaegerist's uniform. We have a lot more UGCs on the way. Please check it out. Links down in the description. Thanks. Let's jump right into the tier list. On screen now, you will see 2 tier lists and every relevant family that we will be ranking. The left tier list covers every family without taking into consideration shifting. The right tier list covers every family with shifting. A lot of families have shifter stats or specific shifter stats, which is why we have 2 tier lists. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Some of you may disagree with my opinions on yogurt and rice, but we will get to those later. Let's knock the obvious ones out the way. Ackerman is an easy S tier. Ackerman's stats are so overwhelmingly perfect, there is no doubt in my mind that Ackerman is S tier. Ackerman's moves are also just broken. There needs no explanation why it deserves this spot. Even with shifting in consideration, even though Ackerman can't shift, in my opinion, good Ackermans can keep up with shifters, if not outperform them. So Ackerman is going in the S tier in the shifting tier list too. This isn't a move explanation video, so I won't spend too long on each family. Next is Shiki. Shiki is a mythical family, in case you're wondering what the red color means. For those of you who don't know what Shiki is essentially Ackerman, except that you can shift, and the colors are blue. For that reason, Shiki is S tier above Ackerman. And in the shifting tier list, Shiki is Ackerman, but can shift. Need I say more? A lot of people are requesting a Zoe build video, and to those people I got you. But in terms of where Zoe places in the tier list, I'd say top of a tier for now. Zoe has some great stats, very appealing to players without a legendary clan, not to mention that the move is insanely good if you're a good player. Zoe is the best epic clan in the game, so I believe it's deserving of this tier. However, the one caveat to Zoe is that it can't shift. So for the shifting tier list, I would put Zoe at C tier. It's still a good clan even without shifting, but it can't keep up to shifters like Ackerman can. Let's knock some stinkers out the way. If you have any of these next few clans, please roll for better, or roll off of it if you already have better, and you don't have the More Family Storage Game Pass. Just to preface this, Shifter Regan is a good move, but a majority of families in this video have it, so will I give it a higher tier just for Shifter Regan? No. Stinker number 1, Finger. Extra ODM gas is useless. 5% extra shifting duration. That's a drop in the bucket. Borderline useless. This clan either needs a buff ASAP or needs to get removed. Without shifting, D tier. With shifting, D tier. The next stinker is Galliard. The crit damage from Galliard isn't a horrible stat, but Galliard doesn't give crit chance, so I don't see this crit damage being utilized that well, so top of D tier for now. The extra Titan attack speed isn't the worst thing in the world if you're on a budget and trying to squeeze out more damage per second on the Aaron boss and raids. But at the same time, Aaron bites back, and otherwise, this stat is borderline useless. Galliard will be at the top of D tier for now in the shifting tier list. The last stinker on this list is Xaver. ODM range is even more useless than ODM gas. Without shifting, Xaver is easily the worst clan out of every clan that I will be mentioning in this video. Bottom of D tier. With shifting, Xaver gains 10% Titan damage for any Titan. This isn't bad, but at the same time, this will really only benefit you if you're trying to maximize damage per second like Galliard. But that's not a useless stat. Xaver goes to the bottom of C tier with shifting. Tiber is a strange one. The value of this family varies based on where you are in terms of progression. For the extra gold alone, I would put this in C tier. However, if you are max prestige max level, gold is useless. So in this case, Tiber is literally at the bottom of D tier. However, it does better on the shifting side, although not much better. Tiber makes shifting last 10% longer. Braun is a pretty solid family. 10% extra HP can actually be a solid amount in the right hands, so I'll put it at the top of C tier, almost B tier worthy. The Titan stats are very selfish towards having the Armored Titan, according to the information I heard at least. You supposedly have 10% damage reduction while in the Armored Titan. The information could be wrong, and this could be any shifter. However, I think this is a worthwhile family to use once Armored Titan drops. If you have the Armored Titan, instead of using other legendaries like Reese or Yeager, give this family a try. I believe Arlert is in a similar situation. Without shifting, Arlert only gives 10% crit chance. You can use this family if you want a crit build on a budget. This family goes in C tier. With the Colossal Titan, however, I think this is where Arlert could shine. This family is selfish to the Colossal Titan, similarly to Braun with the Armored Titan, so if you do have the Colossal Titan in the future, I would put this at a comfortable B tier. Without the Colossal Titan, this family is D tier. On to the last, and my favorite epic clan other than Zoe, for no particular reason. Leonhardt is the second best epic family in the game due to its non-shifter stats. An additional 10% extra damage. How can one complain? Solid B tier. The Titan stats aren't horrible, but aren't great either. I personally prefer Titan run speed over the latter, like Titan attack speed. I enjoy the quality of life more. However, the rest of the stats are for the female Titan. I am personally looking forward to using the female Titan, but biases aside, with shifting, this family at most deserves C tier. Next, Browse. Did I just hear that correctly? As in Sasha? Yes, as in Sasha. I made a video on this clan, and it's unironically broken. Feel free to check out the video if you'd like if you want to see what makes it broken. This clan genuinely deserved a tier without shifting, but with shifting is a different case. With shifting, I'm gonna have to put it in D tier for obvious reasons. Finally, down to the most controversial clans yet. Let's start with Rice. Rice without shifting is like a fish without water. The raw stats on the family are awful, and the only decent move is Conquer. However, for a skilled player, Conquer is useless because it slows down your tempo and takes more overall time to kill the Titans. Therefore, without shifting, Rice is at the top of the C tier. With shifting is where this family shines. The stats in general are still horrendous. Please rework them. Nuwon needs extra XP when you are max level, and a lower upgrade cost is pointless at max upgrades. However, the Universal Titan stats makes this family not only flexible, but half decent. The real good part about this family in combination with the Titan stats is the passive that allows you to shift faster. This is irreplaceable, and is the only thing other than the move Conquer and the Titan stats that make this family good. This allows you to shift very quickly and get the job done sooner. This family will be good on every shifter. So Rice deserves a low S tier, under Shiki but above Ackerman. Please just rework the stats a bit and the command move. If you want to see how to solo Aberrant in under a minute with Rice, I have the perfect video for you, so feel free to check it out. And lastly, Yeager. Yeager, in my opinion, is the most controversial family out of all. Without shifting, Yeager stats are comparable to an epic clan. What makes this family good are the moves and revives. But don't let the sound of good fool you. If you're under Prestige 3, you might think this clan is the best clan in the game. Insane heal skills, a revive, what can go wrong? But it's the security of nothing going wrong that makes this family bad at a high skill level. I can't remember the last time myself or any of my competent friends have actually died besides Supremacy carries, which you should join my Discord for, by the way. So if we were using Yeager, we would get no value from the revive at all, since the revive doesn't work in Supremacy if you didn't know. Secondly, as a skillful, competent player, you're rarely getting hit as is. 2 healing moves just for in case you get hit is excessive, but at the same time, only using one of the heal skills without life feed could get you in some trouble and have you play off cooldowns. I find myself getting drastically more value from bandages than either of the Yeager skills. And lastly, the moves heal flat HP, aka a constant value of HP every time. The tankier you are, the less effective the healing is, not to mention these cooldowns are long. Potato from the Browse clan scales with max HP, and I mathematically proved in my Potato build video that Potato heals more than Yeager with a decent build and has less than half the cooldown of both heal skills. The whole gimmick of Yeager is, I don't die, but that whole gimmick becomes drastically less valuable at a higher skill, and the moves take up 2 of your 5 slots. So as a very experienced player, I want to put Yeager at the top of C tier personally, but for the average player base, Jaeger is a solid A tier. So for the majority of players, I'll put it at the top of A tier. For any players who think they are high-skilled, please soak up everything I said about Jaeger without shifting. However, Jaeger with attack Titan shifting is immaculate. 20% attack Titan stats, not to mention Berserk mode. I'll put Jaeger at the top of S tier, above Ackerman and Shiki in the shifting tier list. Special upcoming mythical clan called Fritz is going to be rollable in the next update. We already heard sneaks that it's just going to be a Shiki copy, which means Ackerman with shifting. I really hope it will be different to Shiki in some way, as Fritz is my favorite family. It's the Titan founder family at the end of the day, so I see no reason for it to even remotely resemble Ackerman. But knowing the dev team, they will just make it a Shiki copy anyways, so I'll rank it like a Shiki copy. I'll slide it right in front of Shiki in both tier lists, because I really like the name Fritz. There we go, the final product for the most objectively correct tier list from an experienced player's perspective. Feel free to respectfully leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for almost 2,000 subscribers. Bye-bye.